Hi, my name is Rochelle, and I'm from Canada. And I went to Cairo to have my gastric sleeve surgery with Dr. Sha'lan on April 1st of this year. And I wanted to leave a review just because of how happy I am, both with the surgery, having had gastric sleeve surgery, and then also with the quality of the service that Dr. Sha'lan and his team are providing. So I made the decision to have the surgery because I didn't know much about it, truthfully. It was never something I had considered. I thought maybe this was something that was only available for people who had really extreme complications related to weight and maybe significant challenges in losing weight. My sister had the surgery in Canada, and a good friend of mine also had the surgery in Canada. And this was the first time that I really considered this as an option for myself, and something that was a realistic way to lose weight because other things had failed. So I had struggled with weight my whole life. I have one medical condition that makes it somewhat difficult to lose weight. And I felt that my quality of life was really starting to suffer from this ongoing struggle. I have a young child who I often have to have a lot of energy for. And I was finding I really didn't have energy. I had a lot of decreased mobility in my body and was really struggling to lose weight. So suddenly I heard of people close to me having the surgery, and I started to look into it and started to really consider it. And having now had the surgery, I can honestly say it was one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. And I felt that it really gave me my quality of life back. And I'm only 2 months out of surgery, and I can say that. So already having significantly more energy, feeling so much better in my body, and then having already significant weight loss. So I would say if anyone's unsure about the procedure, definitely look into it, research it, learn about it. This was something that Dr. Sha'lan and his team were so helpful with, providing all of the information, what to expect, the pros and the cons of the surgery, how you need to prepare yourself for the surgery. There's a lot of information to gather before you have the surgery. But once I understood the surgery and the commitment that it takes, I felt that this was the right decision for me, and I am just so grateful that I was able to do this. I wouldn't say it's an easy route. I think someone has to be really mentally prepared for taking this. It takes a lot of, first of all, time to heal after the surgery and recovery time. And the next biggest thing, I think, are the changes for food and eating. And it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of preparation to prepare different foods from what I'm used to eating. There's a nutritionist to assist with all of that. But I would say that's where my energy goes, into making those changes. I have energy for that, to do that, thankfully. Whereas had I not had the surgery, realistically in my life, I don't have the time or the energy to be working out and exercising 2 hours a day, every day, changing food, all of that. So this was just something that was the right decision for me. So I think for anyone considering it, do as much research as you can, but it is something that if it feels right for you, then it can really change your life. I think the other important piece of this is just that you don't want to do the surgery with just anybody, because this is a major surgery and it requires major support before, during, and after. And I simply cannot say enough good things about Dr. Sha'lan and his team. They are absolutely outstanding professionals with extremely high standards for care and service. And I say that also comparing his team to the service that I saw my sister and my good friend receive in Canada. My sister had her gastric sleeve surgery with a surgeon who's considered one of the top 2 surgeons in Canada. My friend had her surgery with someone who's considered one of the top surgeons in Canada. And without a doubt, I would say that not only does Dr. Sha'Lan's service compare to the service my sister and friend received in Canada, I would say in some ways he actually exceeded the care that they had. So I think it's important to know your surgeon and learn about your surgeon and trust that that's a good fit for you. But I wouldn't hesitate for a second to recommend Dr. Sha'Lan. I was first introduced to him through a recommendation through my sister-in-law, whose mother had the surgery with Dr. Sha'Lan. And immediately once I started speaking with him, he provided so much information, so much support, connected me to people on his team who could do that as well, was extremely accommodating. Any concerns that I had about the surgery or preparing for coming over from Canada to do the surgery, anything about recovery, anything about traveling with my young child to do this, so many concerns I had, and he and his team accommodated everything. Extremely accommodating, extremely flexible, extremely understanding. And I felt that I had support at every step of the way in this journey. I felt that the actual surgery itself was absolutely top-notch. I felt that the care at the hospital was top-notch care that we received. And then also when I look at the surgery, after the surgery, I look at my scarring, and all of my scarring is actually less than what I have seen on my sister and my friend who did the surgery in Canada. So I don't doubt for a second that the service that Dr. Sha'Lan is providing is world-class, and I really think that anyone who chooses him as their surgeon is in good hands. He's extremely straightforward, extremely trustworthy, extremely patient-centered. So trying to support each person who he's working with, and providing, he has a team who can provide care all the time. I had constant access to either someone about if I had a medical question or a medical concern, or if there was a concern in my recovery. I had constant access to someone, whether it be Dr. Sha'Lan or someone on his team. And I just don't think that you can easily find care like that. So I think it was one of the best decisions I made. And I also think that Dr. Sha'Lan is a world-class surgeon who, if you're considering him as your surgeon, you will be in good hands.